Welcome everyone to our weekly Back to Basics call. Our guest tonight is Debbie Pitts-Palmer, also known as DPP, and I am so excited. She's going to be sharing all her tips and tidbits about recruiting tonight. And Debbie, please go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. Well, hello everyone, and I may not come across so clear because I am so trying to recover from all of these events and also working, but I'll tell you a little bit about me. I started with Scentsy December 23rd, 2009. I just celebrate my Scentiversary, 10 years in December. A little bit about me. I am married. I have a 19-year-old daughter. I have a son, 40 years old. I have two grandkids, one 18 and one, she will be next month, right? I take care of my mom. I also take care of my special needs brother, and I have a special needs nephew that I take care of. So a little bit about me. So when I joined Scentsy, Scentsy was not something that I had heard of before.
So you don't listen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Is it pausing? Is it freezing?
No, we can hear you. I just wanted to.
Hello.
Oh, we can hear you.
Freeze?
Oh, we can hear you.
Let me go to another area.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to.
Let me move to another area. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me go to another area. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay.
Let me go to another area. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that my house I live in the woods, and the connection's not the best. So sometimes it may be in and out. So I apologize. I don't know what part you all did not hear. So I think the part that I was trying to say is that when I joined Scentsy, I didn't know anything about what Scentsy was. It was not something that I'd heard of. You're frozen. Martha, you're frozen. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I'm so sorry. I keep going in and out. I apologize. My house, I'm trying to find the best spot in the house. Let me move around. Trying to see if I can find a better spot. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, let's see. And this is such a distraction because my phone doesn't work well in this house. So, okay, when I joined Scentsy, I didn't know what Scentsy was. My hairstylist is a dear friend of mine. We've been friends for many years, and she told me about Scentsy. But when she told me about it, I was like, no, I don't even want to do this because I don't want to be trying to ask people about buying anything because I work for an insurance company. I've been there now for almost 36 years. So I'd sell where I work. I didn't want to have to be selling anything else. And I also didn't have time, so I thought. So a friend of mine gave me a warmer, and the warmer is what I guess really got me really excited about it because I like fragrances. So after is in my kitchen right now, it's a grapevine warmer. I had received that warmer with a beach bar. I was really impressed with it. So whenever I'm impressed with something, I like to tell somebody. I got to go tell somebody. So I took that warmer with me everywhere, that warmer. I just took it with me just to test things out. And I told my sponsor, which was Sonia Pitts, her name is Sonia Pitts. I said, Sonia, I think I'm going to go ahead and join. I'm going to sign up. So I signed up just to be a customer. Well, once again, I thought I'd go out there and make a big announcement. Let me tell somebody about this product. So I went out there and told my boss about it, since I work for State Farm, I just went to various State Farm agents' offices to talk about the product. Didn't have a clue about what I was doing. Didn't know what I was talking about. I can think back on it now, like, I can't believe I said all that stuff and was still making sales. So I've been thinking, if I can sell this product like this and I don't have a clue about what I'm doing, this is going to be really incredible. So the person who gave me the warmer as a gift hosted a party for me. The party turned out to be an $1,100 party. And 2 people joined my team. I don't even know why. I didn't ask them. I didn't have a clue about what I was doing, but they joined. And as a matter of fact, one of the girls is still with me now. The other girl who joined my team, as a matter of fact, today she contacted me not long ago. She's got colon cancer. She had surgery today around 1. And I'll be praying for her. So my first 30 days, within 30 days of being with Scentsy, I sold over $3,000 in product. My upline was not really impressed with that. So I thought, I said, I can't believe she's not excited for me. And she said, well, okay, let me see where you want where you want to be with Scentsy in the future. What are your plans with Scentsy? But when she asked me that, I didn't have a clue. I didn't know. I didn't know what my future was. I didn't know what Scentsy holds. I didn't know what Scentsy was going to be for me. I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about the pay scale. I didn't know anything about what day I was going to get paid. I didn't know anything about moving up in the company. I didn't know anything about the incentive trips, none of that. I didn't know anything about that. So she said, do you see yourself as a director someday? I said, what in the world is that? She said, well, let me explain to you how that works. So as she explained that to me, I said, you mean to tell me I got to ask somebody to do what I'm doing? That's what I got to do? She said, yes. I said, well, how do I start that? So what she did, she said, I tell you what, just get some people together and I will have the conversation. So that's what she did. I got my cousin and I got a guy, he went to school with me, the two of them, at my job, and I let her talk to them. And as she was talking to them, I listened. And I say, that's all you got to do. So, I mean, when she said it like that, is all you got to do. So I decided at that point to start, instead of asking everybody to buy from me and host parties, I start asking people to do what I do. Come on, do what I do. Come on, join my team. Come do what I do. Pretty much saying, come do what I do, because this is so fun. You got to do what I do. And they just started signing up. So in exactly 90 days, I promoted to director. Still didn't have a clue about what I was doing. I just told people, come and do what I do. Come do what I do. That's all I said. And they say, okay, let's do what you do. 18 months later, I promoted to star director. Well, I still didn't have a clue about what I was doing because my sponsor was new. So my upline, my whole entire upline, it was all new. Still didn't know what I was doing. But because I was having so much fun with it, it was like a natural progression. And I was always told that if you're going to be able to do things to increase your income, you need to bring people into the business, is what I was told by her. So I knew then, instead of trying to get people to buy all the time, let me get them to join. Now, some of the things that I did at the beginning, if I worked in an event or something like that, I would actually find people to join, and I would actually encourage them to join my team members. I later learned that that is not the thing to do, but I did that because I didn't know what I was doing. So I made a lot of mistakes. Made a lot of mistakes at the beginning, but it was okay because that's how we learn. If we don't do anything, we'll never make a mistake, and we'll never learn, we'll never grow. So I was able to see now when I look back, like, I can't believe I did that, and I was still doing some things that was still making stuff happen. So the first 2 years with Scentsy, I did not earn trips. I did not earn annual sales. I did not earn annual mentor, none of that at the beginning, because I didn't know what that stuff was. But when I found out what it was, I started earning the things. In 2011, I earned annual sales. I earned annual mentor. Since 2011, I've earned every year annual sales. I missed annual mentor 1 year, so I've gotten it every year. I even have my little record right here. I was trying to pull it up just to give you an idea about what my numbers look like, because I'm intentional with it. Back then, it was like hit or miss. I'm very intentional now as I'm talking and sharing the opportunity with people. In 2010, I recruited 21 people. 2011, I recruited 28 people. 2012, 19. 2013, 19. 2014, 21. 2015, 39. 2016, 59. 2017, 76. 2018, 88. 2019, 70 people. How in the world can you recruit that many people in 1 year? That means you got to have a whole lot of conversations, because everybody's not going to do it. So I'm talking to a lot of people all the time. It never stops. I'm talking to people every day. And I keep a list of those people who tell me no. I still keep a list of them, because you never know when people change their mind. So things sometimes change. I like to let people follow me. So even though they say no, I say, come on and follow me on social media or follow me on YouTube. It wasn't until 2016, whenever Facebook came up with the live videos, it's when I started doing videos. Because for many years, I wouldn't do videos because I was too afraid. I was too afraid I was afraid of how people would view me, what they would think about me if I say the wrong thing. I didn't finish college. I went to college. I didn't finish college. Like, I'm not going to say the right things all the time. So I'm not going to go out there and do a video and make a fool out of myself. So I later learned, like, you know what? Who cares? Nobody cares. They just want to be entertained. So as I started coming out there, that's how I started using DPP, because it was like my way to introduce myself. It was a fun way to introduce myself. So as I started doing that, it started grabbing. It was like a catchy phrase to kind of draw people in. And even some of my customers are starting to call me that. Like, I didn't even know you were paying that any attention. So it's amazing to see how um, making people smile, making them feel good about who they are. And when I'm talking to people, I get to know them, and I always try to do all I can to find something that we have in common. That is the key thing right there. The key thing that I do with recruiting is to find what you have in common with somebody. It can be that they're wearing some earrings that you like. It could be that they're wearing some shoes that you like. It could be that they have the hair color maybe the same as yours. But as soon as you find something that you have in common with that person, you automatically connect with them. And that's what they look for. And that gives you a chance to have whatever conversation you're going to have with them, because you kind of calm the situation down when everything's so tense to begin with. You kind of calm it down now. I'll tell you how busy I've been. For the past month, every week I worked an event, and my events are always large. So, but I still take time out to connect with my customers, people that I don't know, and I have conversations with them. As I'm writing up the order form, I'm talking to people. I'm having conversations with them. If they're buying a warmer, I'm going to say, you know what? How often do you use fragrances? What's your favorite scent? So I'm getting to know them. So as I get to know them, it helps me to know, should I go ahead and present to them the opportunity? I do this every time. And I start with that, what we have in common kind of situation, to go ahead and get them to feel like, you know what, you should totally do something like this, because you know what? How many times people going to Sam's Club or Costco's and purchasing a membership? And why do people do that? They do that because they want discounts, right? They do it annually, they want discounts. So with Scentsy, when you join Scentsy, you get a forever discount, right? On products that people use every day. So this is what I tell people, and this has really been beneficial. And something else I do, I share my story. Stories are powerful. Everyone has one. It doesn't matter how big or small the story is, everyone has a story. Stories make a huge difference, because what I find about this business is that people want to make sure it's something that's real. They want to make sure it's real, because there's so much out there that's not. So you got to make sure you make this real. And sometimes people feel like, oh my gosh, there she comes peddling something. You want to make sure, like, no, I'm not peddling anything over here. Like if somebody come to you, like I had a guy the other day say, uh, well, how much can you knock this price down? It's warmer. We had already discounted it. Well, I got this. I cannot believe you're not going to just take this and you all are getting ready to pack up. No, no, no. No, because I could sell it to somebody else. So never feel bad about what you have to present to somebody, because Scentsy has products that are authentic products. Our products are different than the products that are in stores. And I like having those conversations with people, because I tell them Scentsy stand behind their products. So that alone will get you in the door. Scentsy, the name Scentsy will get you in the door. Kind of like with State Farm. I work for State Farm. We don't have the best prices. And I tell people, you're going to pay for the service. We don't have the best prices, but people are familiar with State Farm, just like people are familiar with Scentsy. We're the fragrance experts. So since we're the fragrance experts, that's going to get you in the door. So I think that's pretty much all I can think about. You guys, I guess I can open up for questions if you guys have any questions. I know I didn't have a plan. I didn't have anything written out, but that's pretty much how I operate. I'm an impromptu kind of person. And this is what I do in my team page. I always just kind of jump in without anything scheduled, because of the way my schedule is. It's kind of hard for me to schedule things. So I kind of like jump in there all the time. So here I am jumping in here,
No,
guys.
this is great, Debbie. This is great. This is awesome. I mean, this is what, these conversations and your story, like, it matters. It's important. It's a huge part of the business.
Well, and the one thing I was going to say, I was thinking, Debbie, when you were talking, I always say this to people all the time with Scentsy. I said, people talk about, well, Walmart. And I said, well, you have Coca-Cola and you have Sam's Club Cola. They both look the same, but they're nowhere near the same. One's a whole lot cheaper and it tastes like it. And, that's the same thing we're talking about, with Scentsy and like State Farm, a known brand, something that's the real thing.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Did anyone have any questions? Any comments? Anything you want to say?
Don't be shy.
Yeah, they're all so
being quiet tonight.
All right, we have a couple on here that just recruited the last couple of days. Did this conversation kind of help what Debbie was talking about? Jackie?
Yeah, definitely. Like my biggest client that I had, she was spending so much money with me, and although I love her support, I had asked her years ago, I'm like, hey, why don't you sign up? And she's like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. But then this last time she had spent, let's say about $400 within 2 weeks. And I think it was less than 2 weeks. I think it was only like a week. And I called her and I was like, do you have a minute? Why don't you just sign up? And she said, you know what? I've been thinking about it. And within like a week later, she signed up and her PRV is already at almost 300. So, she did tell me she's not doing this for like a business. She just wants to earn get paid off of what she's buying. But she already has people that are, kind of flocking to her. So
Awesome.
we'll see where this goes.
Yeah. I mean,
that's awesome.
I didn't join. Debbie said she didn't join to start it as a business. I didn't either. I just wanted to get a discount on the product.
Right.
Really.
Well, and people's whys change. You know, once they start this business, they see how much fun it is, and they see so much opportunity that their whys change a lot of times.
Yep. Kerry, did you say something?
Yeah, I was gonna ask something. Okay, so like, I don't see a lot of people. That is my bad. I've got to work on that. But I mean, it's just the way it is right now. I don't do events because at this point in my life, I can't do a lot of events because of the situation at home. Okay. My question might be on social media where I am starting relationships with people and yada, yada, yada. How do you, like, I want to say cold call, and that's not really what I want to say. I'm just trying to think how on the joint opportunity thing, because I'm like trying to figure out, because I don't really see a lot of people. So a lot of mine is through social media. I mean, I don't know if you have anything that you could, contribute to that.
Oh yeah, I love connecting on social media. I do that a lot. What I have done at the very beginning, I have almost 5,000 friends now. I'm in trouble because Facebook will only allow you to have 5,000 friends. So I'm in trouble right there. So what I started doing, I would get in these various groups. I connected with a lot of groups out there on Facebook. I started building relationships in those groups and started friending them. I started sending friend requests as I developed relationships. I just started sending random friend requests. And I would do this with realtors. I did it in my neighborhood group pages. And something else I started doing, and I didn't start this until many years after, but videos are powerful. I do a lot of videos. I've had a YouTube channel for a while, but I really just started working videos. I mean, before coming on live with you guys, I just did 2 videos. I did a video on the whip box, and I did one on the cat. So every month, whenever something new comes out, whip box, sometimes Scentsy Club, sometimes a new product, I'm going to do a video quite often. Well, people start finding you because when you go live, Facebook will search for you. They'll build an audience for you. And Facebook stories are great also. I don't know if you use Facebook stories, but Facebook stories, I'm going to make sure I always have something in my Facebook stories, because what I like about that is that it tells you who's looking at it. So what I do, sometimes I randomly send people a message. If I see the same people looking at my stories, I'm going to send them a message and say, oh, by the way, how's your day today? I have no say anything at all about Scentsy. I'm just sending them a message like, how are you today? I love your pictures of your kids or whatever. And something else I do to build your audience, sometimes I go to my friends list and see, just kind of browse through there and see who they're friends with. Sometimes I will send random friend requests to my friends' friends. And a lot of times they'll go ahead and accept because you have friends in common. Back to that thing in common that we talk about. I use that a lot. Whenever you find that you have something in common with someone, whether it's a friend or whatever, like whenever I connect with somebody for the first time, if I see that I'm trying to connect with them on social media, I say, oh, by the way, we got 7 friends in common. People like that. They're open up like, oh my gosh, how did that happen? How you know that person? So, do things like that to really expand your audience, because I find that when you start posting, when you post on Facebook, you need to also, what you want to do is paint a picture, pretty much. You got to draw a picture to people, let people know that you're a real person and you're not spamming them to death. So you want to let them in your world, share with them what you like to eat. Everybody know I like watermelon. How many times people will tag me with a watermelon post? I get that all the time. People will even send me watermelon gifts because they know I like watermelon. So you want to brand yourself in some way. Let people know that they can associate you with whatever it is that you love. It could be your pets. If you have a dog or a cat or something like that, people know that I'm going to share pictures of my grandbaby, my daughter, my nephew, my brother. I kind of mix it up a little bit. So you want to make your page be a place where people will want to see you. Like every morning, I'm going to come out there and say good morning. I've been doing that good morning post for 10 years. And if I miss it, people start sending me messages like, where are you? So, that, and sometimes I'm going to share inspirational posts, sometimes funny stuff, sometimes goofy stuff. I want to make sure my page is a place that people want to come to. That's how you're going to build relationships, and that's how you're going to get those people. I forgot to mention this. The people that I mentioned who join my team, I would say more than 60% of those people ask me. I don't ask everybody. Of course, I do ask people, but most people who join my team are people that come ask me. Because I think Reggie was telling me one day, my husband, he says, because you make it look too easy. That's what he says. Because sometimes I get people and they don't do anything. He said, because you make it look so easy. I've got attorneys, I've got doctors on my team, I've got attorneys on my team, you name it. And he says they join your team because you make it look easy. I make it look fun. I ain't know if I was making it look easy, but I know I make it look fun. And even when I work events, we're dancing, we're taking pictures, we're cutting up and doing stuff like that. Even the other vendors will say, you guys have so much fun over there. Are you really working? So that's what you do. And that's how you're going to have to that's how you keep people wanting to come to look to see what you have. They be like, oh God, I need to join her team because she's doing the most, Does that help? Does that help answer your question about social media?
Yes, it does. I've just got to actually, because I've had a lot of people, I've been friending a lot of people, and it's like, I got all these people that I don't have any idea who they are. But I just don't, it's like, how do you just cold call or message these people and say, hey,
Well, you have to be it's a relationship.
Yeah.
Right? It's a relationship. You start building relationships with them. Send them send them a message, say, oh my gosh, I love your pictures of your kids, or whatever they post. Find something that they're posting and just compliment them on it. People love compliments. Mm-hmm. So this is how, and what's going to happen when you do that, they're going to start looking at your page more often, because they're going to feel some kind of way like, oh, she's paying me some attention. And next thing you know, they're going to start asking you about buying some Scentsy products or joining your team.
Okay. Yes, that's very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Have any questions, comments? Anyone else?
Hey y'all. Okay, so I went away for a minute because I'm in the store, but I was still listening. So I get up to the register and this girl was like, oh, are you on a work call? I was like, well, yeah, I actually am. So it's all about relationships. So funny that y'all are talking about that. And she was like, oh, do you have like samples and stuff? So here I whip out my box out of my purse, this big old heavy thing. I'm like, tell me your favorites, write them down. So I got her contact and everything. So
Awesome.
she was like, yeah, I want to do it. And I was like, the way to do it, I said, have a party. Look me up on Facebook. So I was super excited that she asked me that. So I get to go back and take her more samples.
That's awesome.
That's fun. Congratulations.
So for those who show up, go up. And I have been so busy. My kids are super sick. But here I am, still out and about, doing my errands, getting on Zoom calls. So you can do it if you want to do it.
That's right.
Congratulations.
And
That's fun.
Debbie is a perfect example of that. She works a full-time job. You take care of your brother, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Her brother is disabled. Is that right?
He is, right. He has special needs. He does. He's autistic.
Yep. And she does Scentsy full-time. So it's pretty amazing. So no excuses. There's no excuses. If you want it, you'll show up. If you want it, you'll make it happen. And you'll bring people along with you.
Something along the lines of what Debbie was talking about too is when you're friending people, showing them some love, that kind of thing. The Zig Ziglar quote, if you help enough people get what they want, then you're surely going to get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Well, I appreciate every single one of you joining us on our call tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When you show up, that means you mean serious. I mean, you're serious about working your business. You're serious about wanting to grow your business when you take time out of your day to be on these calls. And we appreciate it. And we appreciate every single one of you. And a big thank you to Debbie for showing up at last minute today.
Oh, thank you for asking.
Because they get sick of hearing me, Debbie. They hear me all the time. So
I know, I understand that. Like, okay, the mommy now. Okay, it's just like talking to your kids always.
So thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Netherlands, Debbie.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yay.
Yeah. So have a good rest of your evening, everyone. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. We're praying for you guys, and take care.
Good night.
Thanks.
Bye.
Good night.